Plans for a multi-million-dollar renovation at the Colorado Springs City Auditorium are on pause. As News 5's Andy Cohen reports, the nonprofit group that is currently running the facility announced they do not have the money needed to start construction.
The Community Cultural Collective had an ambitious goal of raising more than $50 million to renovate City Auditorium so it could once again be used for large public events. But they also faced a big obstacle in raising private donations for work on a public building.
Local vendors and artisans are setting up inside City Auditorium for tonight's monthly Moon Market. They're one of many groups who've come to see the value of this space for events and activities.
It's brought tens of thousands of people into this building that a lot of them have never been in here.
The Community Cultural Collective has worked diligently to prove the financial viability of the auditorium, while also launching an ambitious capital campaign, hoping to raise the tens of millions needed to update and renovate the building.
It is one of our last historic buildings in our city, and how do we get it to a space where we don't have to knock it down?
The city spent some pandemic relief funds on planning and design work, but ultimately donors and funding partners had concerns about paying for construction on a building still owned by the city.
They very much want to see the city and be financially alongside them at the table.
She announced this week the group didn't have the money to begin construction like they'd hoped.
It's not over. This is a pause so that we can really understand what's possible.
And the work they've begun in the community will continue. New jobs and job training programs in the theater arts and culinary arts are growing outside of the auditorium, and so is an arts and music literacy program for preschools. Meanwhile, the city will take over the day-to-day management of the building starting in November.
We look forward to continuing to work alongside the city to figure out how we make this vision come to life.
Deputy Chief of Staff Ryan Trujillo released a statement this afternoon thanking Weiss and the collective for their work on City Auditorium these past 2 years. He said that the city does not desire for the building to remain vacant indefinitely and is committed to assessing its next steps. In Colorado Springs, Andy Cohen, News 5.